Have you experienced that constricting pressure in your chest during anxiety episodes? Those relentless thoughts that keep you awake all night? That constant worry about tomorrow that steals your today? Imagine discovering one phrase, merely 3 words, capable of melting anxiety instantly upon its arrival. This phrase is so impactful that brain scientists have examined its neurological effects, with findings that will permanently transform your stress management. Still, before sharing this phrase, I need you to complete a simple task right away. Tap that subscription button and switch on notifications, because this information may determine whether you live anxiously or peacefully. Build upon collections of university research, globally and publicly distributed health education materials. This video aims to provide modern information especially relevant for people over 60. Now, let me ask you something honest. What percentage of your years has been invested in stressing over things that remained imaginary? What number of wonderful experiences have you overlooked while your mind dwelled in a make-believe future or hurtful past? The reality stands that anxiety cannot exist in the now. It's impossible. Anxiety is always about what might happen or what already happened. It sustains itself on time frames absent from the present, and this is precisely when the shift occurs. The words that dissolve anxiety are merely these: I am here now. Just 3 words. A total of 9 letters. Endless capability. When pronouncing these words with real presence, something incredible happens within your brain. Studies using functional MRI scans show that present moment awareness immediately reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, while simultaneously increasing activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for rational thinking and emotional regulation. But this isn't just about brain chemistry. This is about reclaiming your life from the tyranny of imaginary threats. Consider this carefully. In this particular moment, are you safe? Not in tomorrow's worries, not next week's concerns, not in those 3 a.m. mental scenarios. Presently, the reply is typically yes. Presently, you're drawing breath. In this instant, you're protected. This very second, you contain everything needed for a present moment existence. Most people over 60 carry decades of accumulated worries. We've been through enough to realize that challenging events are possible. We've lived through heartbreak, setbacks, and health-related challenges. Owing to these past events, our minds turn intensely vigilant, incessantly hunting for the next danger. This is what psychologists call anticipatory anxiety, and it's exhausting. It's like running a marathon while standing still. Your body fails to recognize the distinction between real hazards and imaginary ones. When you worry about tomorrow's medical appointment, your heart rate increases, your blood pressure rises, stress hormones flood your system, exactly as if the threat were happening right now. This chronic stress doesn't just feel terrible, it literally accelerates aging and weakens your immune system. Here's something powerful that Harvard researchers discovered. As individuals regularly exercise present awareness, their organisms manufacture decreased cortisol, the principal stress hormone, and elevated DHEA, often labeled a longevity compound. Simply by guiding your attention to this moment, you're literally deciding on health rather than disease, peace rather than upheaval. I'd like to relate a narrative that exemplifies this wonderfully. Robert, a man of 72, passed his days overwhelmed with anxiety regarding his heart problems. Each morning brought pulse checking, sensation monitoring, and conviction that any day could be his final one. His partner saw him fading into the stress prison until one afternoon, positioned in his garden, he spotted a butterfly touching down on a neighboring flower. For merely several seconds, his thoughts became entirely silent. He felt no worry about his cardiac condition. Tomorrow wasn't occupying his thoughts. He merely watched this butterfly, completely in that instant, and right then he grasped something deep. His worry wasn't safeguarding him. It was stopping him from truly living. From that day forth, Anytime anxiety arose, he'd say to himself, I am here now, and move his attention to something in his immediate vicinity, a particular sound, a sensation, his respiratory rhythm. As time passed, this straightforward practice revolutionized his life beyond what any medicine could. At this moment, please pause this video for just 5 seconds and give this a try yourself. Pronounce aloud, I am here now. Recognize your body resting in the chair. Feel the air against your skin. Hear the sounds around you. See how fast your stress lessens when you truly come into the present? This isn't wishful thinking or refusing reality. This represents something significantly stronger, actual reality. The present is the only time frame that truly exists. All other moments are either remembered or imagined. When you truly get this, not just in your mind, but in your very being, anxiety loses its power over you. You realize that you've been suffering over things that literally aren't real right now. And prior to continuing, I require your assistance in sharing this message. Write a comment with 1 if this clicks for you, or 0 if you remain skeptical. Your interaction helps this video find others who urgently need this knowledge. Now, let's talk about how to use this phrase effectively, especially during intense anxiety. The key is not to use it as a weapon against anxiety, trying to force the anxiety away. Rather, implement it as an anchoring device, a soft reminder to come back to the present instant. When you detect anxiety increasing, halt momentarily. Inhale slowly. Speak I am here now, either aloud or in your mind. Then engage your senses. What enters your visual field? What sounds are present? What feelings are present in your body? This modest technique intercepts the anxiety spiral before it gathers speed. Brain research shows that complete presence and complete anxiety cannot coexist. These are incompatible states. Presence banishes anxiety, just as light banishes darkness, not through conflict, but simply through existing. For individuals beyond 60, this practice proves distinctly valuable, as we frequently possess not just present worries, but also aggregated stress from decades of life difficulties. We might worry about health, about finances, about our children or grandchildren, about losing independence. These represent legitimate concerns, but fretting over them provides no solutions. It simply prevents us from embracing the beautiful moments we still have. Acting addresses problems. Presence grants a serenity. Worry achieves neither. Here's what makes this phrase exceptionally powerful. Operates right away, costs 0, has no adverse reactions, and you can apply it everywhere, always. So this represents your challenge. Each instance you notice anxiety surfacing, apply the phrase, I am here now. Speak it with consciousness. Bring yourself back to sensory awareness. And here's my request for you right now.